Welcome back to Dirty Little Secrets, the Untold Truth of Multi-Level Marketing, co-hosted by myself, Nikki Clark, and the amazing Cheryl Coco. So now we are on episode 2, and we're going to be talking today about the do's and don'ts of compensation plans. So please welcome my lovely co-host, Cheryl Coco. How are you doing today, Cheryl?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing fantastic, super stoked to be here, and thank you for all you do. I'm ready to rock this out.
Okay, let's rock this out. First, how do people get compensated in multi-level marketing? I've always wanted to know.
That's a great question. You know, multi-level marketing companies have different styles of compensation plans. There's binary compensation plans, matrix, break-offs. I mean, you can find a compensation plan basically that looks larger than your mortgage payment. I mean, or larger than a mortgage document where you're sitting there signing. I mean, 7 pages. Some people tell you there's one way to earn. There's 17 ways to earn, right, in multi-level marketing. There's always something attached to multiple levels down. People need to realize that you get paid multiple levels down on the amount of people that you speak with or the amount of people that you introduce to inside of the company and who they introduce and so on and so forth. The thing that really needs to be told about how people get compensated inside of a multi-level marketing company is that even though something says there's more ways to earn, there's 17 ways to get paid, there's 6 ways to get paid in this compensation plan, what really matters is the actual pay. It's not how many different ways to get paid, but really the payout of the company. And it should be really paid attention to. More ways to earn does not always mean, and I mean seriously, if you're listening, write this down. More ways to earn does not always mean more money inside the compensation plan. It just means more ways to earn. You have to really, really pay attention to what you have inside of a compensation plan, and don't get all caught up in the smoke and mirrors of 17 ways to earn. Because a lot of times it can be a lot of smoke and mirrors. You need to understand how to do the math on the compensation plan, or get with somebody who can do the math inside of a compensation plan. How do you earn an MLM? Well, the thing is you need to understand how to read the compensation plan. And if you're inside of a network marketing company to earn, or an MLM to earn, and you don't understand it yet, you better get with somebody who actually does understand it, because people can tell you 17 ways to earn, 16 ways to earn, 6 ways to get paid. That doesn't mean that you're going to make more money. It has nothing to do with it. It just means that there's multiple ways to earn inside of the company. I hope that makes sense for you, Nikki. I just want people to understand that more ways to earn doesn't mean more money all the time.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to make that distinguish, area. So tell us the difference between multi-level marketing and affiliate. What's the difference?
Multi-level marketing is getting paid on multiple levels down inside of a company. So it's like, okay, I introduced this business to Nikki. Nikki introduces it to Sarah. Sarah introduces it to Bobby. Bobby introduces it to Joe. Joe introduces it to Larry, whatever. And all of that gets pulled up, and you earn multiple levels down, which is great, fantastic. Inside of an affiliate program, you usually get paid on a 1 or 2 tier level. Nothing more than 2 tiers or 3 tiers becomes multiple levels of marketing. Right? It's like 1 or 2 tier programs. Does it always mean that you'll get paid more inside of a multi-level marketing company? No, it doesn't. See, people always think more means more money, right, more ways to earn, more levels down, more this, more that. It's the payout of the company on the amount of money that the company generates its revenue. That's what needs to be paid attention to. So even though an affiliate sounds like, okay, maybe I can earn on a tier 1 and a tier 2, right? Or multiple levels means I can earn multiple levels down. That doesn't always mean that there's more money inside of the compensation plan. That's just a distinguishment between the 2 levels of compensation. A lot of people find that in MLM people wait, right, to see what somebody else is going to do, or what somebody else is going to do, or what somebody else is going to do, or rely on an upline to bring some spillover, or something like that inside of there, where in an affiliate program, a lot of people have to go and get to work right away. It just depends on what fits your personality, what you like to do, and where you can find where you'll be happy at, right? Multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing, it's all about who you're going to refer and speak to about the company or the products that you have, right? But in MLM, it's the amount of levels down, and in affiliate marketing, there's usually one or two tiers that you get paid on. But people always, or seem to, a lot of people, not going to say always, but a lot of people need to understand that just because it's multiple levels doesn't mean that it's more money that the person gets paid inside of the company. The whole lesson here is the amount of revenue that's paid out to the affiliate or paid out to the independent business owner inside of an MLM company that needs to be paid attention to. What money is on the table to make for that person? How much money does the company make versus how much they put out to the people who are actually doing a lot of the work inside of that company?
Okay, that's good to know. And how can people become more aware of what they're getting into?
People always, I'm not sure. Those questions, when people say, I'm not sure about the compensation plan, I find people every day, I'm a marketing consultant. I coach people inside of network marketing, inside of affiliate marketing. And one of the things I always hear, or a lot of times that I hear, is, hey, I got involved in this company. I like the product, but now I'm ready to make money, and I have no idea what the compensation plan actually means, or I have no idea. Become aware of what you have. Have someone do the math with you. Understand, when you set goals, people set compensation plan goals, right? It's not always about the product. If they're there to earn money, it's how much money at the end of the month do I want to make, right? Yes. To reach my goal. Okay, we all have those goals, but here's where people lack inside of that, and this is like a $1 tip right here. But if you want to make $600 a month residually, say, you can get people out of bankruptcy for $600 a month in the United States of America. I mean, get people to $600 a month, and you're talking about people who are satisfied for a really long time if they can earn that residually. I mean, there's tons of money to be made in network marketing and affiliate marketing, but that should be a goal as well. And aside right here. But here is the deal. They know that they want to make that money. They just have no idea how inside of the compensation plan. What they need to do is hook up with somebody who understands how to read the compensation plan. They need to be with someone who understands how to get them to their goal. How many people does it take? What kind of sales do I have to make? What kind of income-producing activities can I do to reach the goal that it takes at the end of the month? A lot of people are stood there shooting in the dark, trying to figure out, how many people in an organization does it take to get to $600 a month residually? People don't know. It's a huge question to ask.
It is.
Then you understand the income-producing activities that it takes to get to that income every single month, right? Hook yourself up with somebody. Yeah. Call me if you need to, but hook yourself up with somebody who can tell you exactly what you need to be doing to produce the income that you want, the goal amount that you want at the end of that month. That's the only way to go and achieve your goals. Don't just set a goal for money, but understand what it takes to get there, and that will change your life and your business and the people inside of your business exponentially.
Absolutely. So find a great mentor, someone who can give you the truth, the naked truth of what they're getting into. Absolutely, and you're the perfect person for that, Cheryl. So
thank you.
Let's talk about some secrets you can share with us about compensation.
Right. There are always going to be secrets inside of compensation. It's just that not really secrets, right? You just got to understand who you're doing business with and what's going on behind the scenes, because you can basically dig up everything. It's all about who you know and what they know, and if you can hook up with somebody who knows what's going on, right? There are things called BDAs and business development agreements. A lot of people that just join network marketing or MLM don't know what that is. Or people get matched on pay for certain things. They get an up on pay. You need to make sure, here's one for you, right? Probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway because really, I mean, somebody's got to tell some people the truth up in here. You got to find out if your network marketing company, if your MLM company will allow somebody to buy a position on top of you. Somebody just said, oh, my gosh, I can't believe she just said that. Yeah, I did. I said it. Find out if your network marketing company will let somebody buy a position on top of you, right? Because that's going to really piss you off one day that person came in after you and they bought on top of you, right? Find out. That's some of the secrets. You need to understand what happens behind the scenes. That's why hooking up with a mentor, that's why hooking up with somebody inside the business that knows these things, that's why getting with somebody that, you know, if you really want to propel this business, if you really want to do something, if you really want to take it to the next level, if you want this to turn into a career for you, that's what makes the difference. If you don't understand what's going on, well, then what happens? If you don't understand what happens behind the scenes inside of that network marketing company, and you find out one day exactly what's going on, what's going to happen to you? You don't want to end up figuring it all out after you spent all that time building, right? You want to know exactly what's going on. Not every company does that. Not every company will allow ADAs. Not every company will allow people to buy a spot on top of you. But you better know what company and what compensation plan you're getting into. And the only way to do that is finding a mentor. The only way to do that is finding somebody who understands compensation plans and understands networking. So those are some of the secrets that people don't really even realize, that people can do that. And hell yeah, they can. They absolutely can.
They absolutely can. Okay. So here's another question for you, something that's been really, you know, something that's been burning in me. What do you do before you get into a company, and how does this help others? What are the things that you can examine before you jump in?
Right. Before you jump in, I implore you guys. I'm asking you. Before you make that rash decision and say, I love this product, I love this, it doesn't matter, it depends on what you want. Find out. Ask yourself, what do I want here? What matters to me? What are my goals here? And sit down and just do some basic math. You don't want to be setting your goals after you're already in. You don't want to be finding all this stuff out after you've already decided. You don't want to be doing all this 3 months in. Take yourself a minute, 10, I don't know how long it takes people to do math, but 10 minutes and understand the comp plan, right? Or if it even takes you an hour to understand it, do it. Sit down, write down what you want to get. Be honest. It doesn't have to. Why do people think they have to make $10,000, $30,000, $80,000 a month in network marketing? These people ain't making that in their job. I mean, seriously, just be realistic with what you want and understand what it will take before you decide to join that network marketing company. Because if you find out later, well, then that's when all the walls start coming down and you say, oh, man, you'll say, here's one. You'll hear people that are like, MLM doesn't work. No. It works. There's people that make money in it all day, every day. I mean, we make more money than the NFL, for goodness sake. I mean, the market's huge here. There's money to be made all over the planet inside of network marketing. That's just false. It's just that you didn't take the time. You're an independent business owner in network marketing. You need to run it like a business. If it's going to be a business for you, run it like a business and find out what you're going to do. Do some research a little bit, right? Don't just jump in blindly. Live a life of abundance. There's 7 billion people on this planet, right? You can do anything that you want inside of network marketing. If you just take a moment and prepare and understand what you have, the base of a compensation plan, and how you can earn.
Fantastic. Cheryl, thank you so much for keeping it real, keeping it 100%. The untold truth of multi-level marketing, the do's and don'ts of the compensation plan, and you rounded it up with letting us know that it's important to do your homework and to set realistic goals.
Yep.
And that way you're not setting yourself up for failure, and that you're moving towards what your final destination is going to be, whatever price that is and whatever sacrifice you have to make to get there. So I think this is amazing information, and thank you very much for breaking it down for us in the way that you do. So we're looking forward to the next episode next week, same place, same time. And Cheryl, you have a blessed day, and keep it real.
Thank you.
Here on the Nikki Clark Radio Show in association with Dirty Little Secrets, the Untold Truth of MLM.